now we have this form, and we're going to divide this one more time. So divide by 2. So this happens a lot, right, in this process. So what I'm going to do is put this here and this here. I know it's the right width already. And we're going to do another crisscrossing episode. So we can do above and below the line, but actually you just have to do one or the other. I'm just showing you the options today. So here's below, here's above. And then you take your ruler and you go through those crisscrosses. And maybe let's look at the center of the paper. Let's look at the ruler. All right, and actually I just want to draw from this straight line of the side of the square and just up a tiny bit. So can you see I just drew from the side and up a little bit. So I divided this space into 2. Aha! See, at a certain point it starts to become very clear what's happening. At the beginning, even I, with my teacher, I studied with Harish Johari. I was very fortunate. I didn't really know what he was asking me to do, but I just kept following the steps. And then one day I said, okay, I have to figure this out at home. And through trial and error, actually it made me remember how to do this. So the first few times, don't worry, just keep following the steps. I promise you, you will arrive at making a beautiful yantra, and it will affect your life in positive ways. These yantras are amazing. And then at some point there's a departure where you just feel like you can make them by yourself. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to keep this compass measurement, take the metal and put it on this outer corner. And then go towards the center of the yantra. So I'm going to go around the edges doing that. So something very methodical. Every time I'm doing this, I'm going clockwise. So they're spiraling around and around the form to then arrive at the center. Okay, so once I have those marks, I celebrate for a moment. It's a big deal. We're almost done with the gates here. Then I take my ruler and I want to connect those marks. So remember the side, we have that short mark. I want to draw a line through those marks and just stop where I see this. So let's see. Let's give it a go here. Okay, so I'm going to draw until I see the mark and then draw from the mark. We're going to do a period of erasing soon. In that period of erasing, if I overdid any of these lines, we will be getting rid of them. A lot gets erased. So it's nice if you don't press too hard while you're drawing. Try and press lightly. Okay, so this is the last one of these. And then, to fulfill the outer shape, to complete it, we're going to join this mark to here. And let's do the other side at the same time. Okay, so we're going to make, essentially we're going to make these into little rectangles. So I'm going to do this side. I'm going to look at the center of my ruler. And the other side. right, so once you have those marks, take your eraser, and what you're going to be erasing is just about everything apart from the outer form of the gate. And I'd like you to keep the diagonal lines and the horizontal and vertical lines just up to this point. So you can get rid of those outer pieces, but keep this bit. And you're going to get rid of this little bit. Okay? So I'm just doing one corner here slowly, then I'll speed it up for you so you can see. But everything outside the yantra is going to go, unless you feel like it's decorative or something, but generally it disappears. And then this little line goes. And what I'll probably do is do my erasing, and then I'll go back in with my pencil, nice sharp pencil, and just make sure it looks crisp. Okay? I'm going to get rid of everything in the center that's extra. So the circle is extra, the guidelines, the crisscrosses, actually just the crisscrosses, extra. Okay, so once you have a nice and crisp outline, it's time to make the gates. So what I do is I take a little card, actually an old business card, perfect for this job, and kind of eyeball 3 lines. This is going to be the width of the gates. So by the gates, I mean these lines that go around the edge of the yantra create a border, a little inner border to the yantra. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to do one corner now, slowly, so you can take a look. Then I'm going to do a little time lapse around the whole thing. Okay, and here. So this will start to make sense once we start to connect the dots. For right now though, just methodically, you're going to go around every corner, putting 1 line on the actual edge and 2 lines in a little bit. Okay? So once you have your marks in place, it's nice to do one corner first. Generally I do one corner, and then sometimes I go ahead and draw the circle. So the first thing is this corner. So go to the top edge of the square, come down a little bit, look for your first mark, and then draw that line. You're going to stop. All right, and then do the next one. Bring the ruler down again a little bit. So these 2 lines are parallel, and we're creating a little inner frame for your yantra. So I'm going to do one corner like this. So then I'll find these 2 lines. Bring the ruler towards me. And then come towards me again for the second line. All right, so once I have that corner, sometimes I actually go ahead and draw the circle. So we're going to have a circle soon, but if I want to make sure every corner exactly is touched by the circle, I might just do the circle now. So let's do that today, seeing as we're going for a nice Venus. And while I have the compass there, I'm going to wind it in a little bit and do a second line. Because you know, every single time that you replace or reposition the compass, it just sits slightly differently in that hole. So if you want these lines to be really parallel, do them both at the same time. All right, so now we're going to go back to the gates, and I'm going to go around with these two lines until I have the whole thing done.